Good morning.
Howdy.
So this was a good kiln opening.
Yes.
Todd had a spectacular piece in here.
My art piece.
Are you gonna save it for last?
No.
No, you're just gonna. Oh, because it's on this side. Yeah, it's on this side. Todd has to
so
go.
Big.
He has to go left to right. We have everything on our counter.
Is that the direction I go?
Yeah, every time.
I am left-handed, so this would be the way I go.
That is what you do.
Okay.
For being unpredictable, you are predictable. It's true.
Okay. Big a bowl.
So, you gonna explain what you did?
I just put clay in a bowl. I have this big mold, a bowl mold. I just cut some
Yeah, we
clay.
found a nice, great big bowl at the thrift store.
And I laid it in there and I peeled off the edge to make it look kind of like a live edge, I guess is what I...
Oh, okay, like on wood.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's
I
very
wanted
cool.
jagged, but not deathly jagged. Although that one, you could use this as a weapon.
No, it's not sharp. Well, that is.
If you got hit, but if there was an intruder, if you had this by your
well, I wouldn't be taking it and like try to cut his
oh no,
throat.
you whoop
You're
it
just
like
like, whoa, on his
a
head.
throwing star.
What?
A throwing star.
Yeah,
Only
let's
in the
not try.
no, but if it was at the front of your entrance on a nice big table. And
So
had an
you
intruder.
can, so I can list it as a decorative bowl and a weapon.
Well, you probably wouldn't get weapon. No, we would get tagged or whatever you call it. Anyways, ancient copper, 4 coats because I tend to go a little light.
And it's still light.
Yes.
Like it's not that solid copper.
And
Although it kind of goes with the live edge,
be...
having the rustic copper.
I like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a fun little... It took like 3 weeks for that clay to... Because I just put it in the bowl and left it. It took 3 weeks to dry.
Yeah.
The next, let's just go the big ones first.
Another
Bowl.
Todd bowl.
On Gobi.
We set all of our pieces on the counter, which is dirty.
This is your counter.
I know.
So...
I didn't wash it.
And I don't remember what I did in there.
You did 3 obsidian, and then I don't know what you did in the center, but I do know you used seaweed.
Seaweed.
Tempting turquoise and indigo
So-
float. I think indigo float is on what's on the bottom.
So the reason we come on here, we give away all our, not secrets, but we say what we do, and I don't know what I did, so this is pointless.
You usually don't know what you did, but I would say you did indigo float over everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I know
you
did that.
You did tempting turquoise just down so far, and I think you probably did seaweed.
I'm pretty sure. All those names are sounding familiar.
Oh, you're skipping.
Yeah, but I thought we'd go to the big, down to the small.
Oh no, save that one. I like it.
Okay, here we go.
Well, not that I didn't like the others. I did.
I know what you meant.
All right, Purple Rain. This is mulberry.
Purple rain, purple rain.
Mulberry.
Thank you, Prince.
In the dipping form. I like the celadons in the dipping form so you don't get all the...
Celadon sounds like a dinosaur. The ancient Celadon. Go ahead.
all of the uneven marks. And then I did, oh, actually, back up. First of all, I did 3 coats of Smoky Merlot, and then I dipped the mulberry just over the Smoky Merlot, and then I hand painted 2 coats of Indigo Float. And the inside has mulberry in it as well. Somebody says, you never show the inside of your mugs. So I said, they're usually, the inside of the mugs are usually white.
They're usually
so they're
boring.
not too exciting. This is 3 coats of black engobe, 2 coats of Sears Flow, and 1 coat of soft aqua, and then can't remember if it was 1 or 2. I think it was 1 of, no, it was 2 aqua green for sure. 2 aurora green, not aqua, aurora green.
You're gonna have to back up and write this down because that was a lot of.
And that was white on the inside. We do, can I just show that?
Yes, you
we
can.
do
White.
White opal, Mako white opal. Just had to think of the name. Which I'm going to, as soon as I run out of that, I'm gonna make up a studio white that, oh dear, I forget her name. I think it's Anne. Anyways, sorry. I'll look it up and I'll, Three Little Sisters. She posts a studio white that she uses for everything. So I've had it bookmark on Glazy for about 5 or 6 months. So I am gonna make that up soon. I'm almost out. Do I have to tell your glaze? 3 coats.
I don't remember, I was trying to think quick.
3 coats of bluestone, and then 3 coats of ancient copper.
Yes, exactly.
And then ancient copper on the inside.
On the inside. Look at how perfectly circular that is.
It's not bad. So this is fun. Todd made.
Oh, did you want?
That's fine. Todd made this, and I glazed it. Sarah Walton had showed
brown clay, coffee clay.
A piece that she had done. It was a bowl, but it was white clay, and I just wanted to see what it would look like on brown clay with the texture. So I asked Todd to make me one of these platters with brown clay with texture, and I love it. So 2 coats of sangria and 2 coats of soft red around the edge.
That's actually reddish white.
Isn't that weird how it goes? It's called soft red, but it's pink.
Reddish white.
Yeah, they named
pink.
it wrong. What?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Looked like you were offended.
No, I wasn't offended.
Okay. That's really dirty. Oh, my fingers. I made it.
Your hands
worse.
are dirtier than the.
It's because I was leaning on the counter.
Don't lean on the counter.
There you go. So this is for a dinnerware order, and it is 3 coats of obsidian.
So I don't want to drop it.
Yeah, don't drop it. 3 coats of obsidian and then 3 coats of seaweed just on the rim. So those are gonna get special treatment because obsidian likes to scratch. So they will be sanded really, 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 really well.
Really well.
Really well. All right, this is 3 coats of 2 coats of sunrise, 2 coats of ginger, and then 1 coat of river birch over the entire piece, and then Mako white opal on the inside. Oh, save the new one for last. This is firebrick red, 3 coats, and then I pour winter wood over the entire piece, and then white flux just over the firebrick red.
Bing!
And
we're just gonna get rolling
so
on
this one is the same as my raspberry parfait that I do, but I wanted to try some of the different spectrum colors. So this one is shallot, but they're so close to the exact same. That is like,
they're similar.
It was kind of
They're
silly.
close but different.
Yeah. So they're not close enough that you could list them
as the
same, because yeah, they're quite different. But anyways, so this one is, you got it?
I was just about to let go. I was going to let go.
1 coat of honey flex, 1 coat of light flex, and then I just did 2 coats of shallot and then poured winterwood on the bottom. And then white opal on the inside. Here's another one. Same. Just love how they turned out.
Ooh, stop focusing. Focus. It doesn't look like that. It's in the...
Do you have glasses on?
I
Are
do.
they dirty?
They're always dirty. It's dusty in here.
I think it was focusing.
Maybe
Anyways.
my eyes weren't focusing.
Maybe.
Progressive, you know.
Pour winter wood over the entire piece and then 1 coat of light flex. Am I clear?
Yes, you're
So that's
clear.
what you're doing?
No.
Okay. This is, what is it? I think I did 1 coat of light flex just in this area. And then I poured winter wood over the entire piece. Poured Norris blue on the inside. And then dipped it in Norris blue.
Good.
Yeah. And lastly,
oh,
new mugs.
Bing.
Everything we have been going through lately has really been causing me to think of trusting God more with every detail of our life, regardless of it being the outcome that we would want or the desired result we would want. Is that place of faith where you can trust God, that he keeps his promises, that he's with us, that he's faithful, that he's true. And so I wanted to do a promise mug. So this will be called Promise. God keeps his promises, but we'll just call it Promise. And it is curry, sunrise, boogie pink, shallot, floating turquoise, and cactus. And then white opal on the inside.
That is a lot of remembering.
Yeah, so it's this will be my favorite. It's so pretty. It looks like candy. It looks like summer, a cup full of summer happiness.
It's like, kind of like you just want to lick it.
But the most important thing is, my thinking is when people buy these, that they buy them and they're thinking and remembering that God keeps his promises and that they can trust him. So I do have one because we had a tester that I did first.
So you do have one. It's just got
do have one.
Broken handle.
We are broken. That's kind of...
It doesn't even touch. It's that broken.
And
so
it's
these
really,
things are tough.
It's really comfortable too.
So we should just sell broken ones.
Yeah.
They're comfortable.
I think it makes me think maybe...
What does that mean? That we should be comfortable being broken? No. Nay, nay.
But we are... It says that we are...
Yeah, I know what it says.
Todd doesn't like that part of life's journey.
Really?
No. But really the most growth in our life happens when we're going through hard times. We both got our elbows out, right?
We're synchronized elbowing.
When everything's going good in our world, we can, yeah. It doesn't bring out the best in us. We think it does because we're happy and lovely. But it's those hard places that make us have to put our roots down just a little bit deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Or you get blown over.
Hey there. So we got a couple things to add
to the kiln opening. So in this kiln opening, I had dinnerware. What else was in there? A bowl that did not turn out, but I've already covered it with glaze, so I can't show you. We'll try redoing it. And lots of Promise mugs.
Yeah.
And
tumblers and
wine cups and tumblers. They sold out so quickly, like within the first few hours they were sold out. So did lots more.
Yep.
But what I wanted to do the video for was your bowl. It is outstanding.
Well, don't hype it up too much.
I love it.
I had a picture of what I wanted it to look like, and it didn't. So to me, it's like, eh. But
take the win.
Take the win, I guess.
I think it's gorgeous.
So yeah, it's...
Isn't that scrumptious?
Got some carving and...
Yeah. I really like it.
What did I do?
It's so elegant. You did 1 coat of light flex. Just, you can see where the band is that he did on the outside as well. Yeah, so that was light flex. And then you did 3 coats of obsidian on the rim. And then
copper.
Ancient copper
on the
3 coats.
3 coats on the inside and on the outside. And this is black on gobe.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, that's why it turned out so nice. I find it's really hard to glaze coffee clay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not
like
coffee
the dark clay. I find.
This is
like the last
37.
platter with sangria was gorgeous. But yeah, I find it hard. The colors are not the same, but
I find the coffee clay easier to work with slab. I don't know what it is. It's more pliable or something, but it's easier to work with, but it's harder to glaze.
Right. So, anyways, that's all we had to add.
That's it.
But yeah, I love that, Todd. This is gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
You having a moment?
I don't know.
Are you proud of me? You are so proud of me.
I am anyways, but but yeah, that's really nice. Love it. All right.
All right.
That's it. That's everything. What was that growl for?
I was agreeing with you in a grunty growl.
In a grunty growl.
So,
right. So yeah, thanks for joining us.
That is it for today's spread.
Yeah. And thanks for all your comments on the last video. I sent it to Austin and Trista so they could read all the comments to Emmett. It's wonderful. I love that you put, if you haven't watched it yet, Emmett was on our last kiln opening. And what was I going to say about that?
Where everyone was from.
Oh yeah, so everybody, not everybody, but lots of comments of people posting where they're from. So if you haven't watched it yet, go back and leave a comment of where you're from. And yeah, how cool is that? We were telling Emmett on the video that people from all over the world were praying for him. So yeah,
pretty cool.
It's really cool and so encouraging. There was one comment where someone said I forget your name, sorry, but their 6-year-old daughter had been praying for Emmett. And I thought, oh, my heart, I'm almost tearing up now. I love that you train up kids like that to have a heart of compassion for other people. And yeah, it's really beautiful. Ah, crying.
Shall I get a tissue?
Yeah, no, I'll just wipe. Anyways, we didn't share on that video, but we have a few updates. Emmett is going to, even though it was benign and we're so thankful, they still have to do like a low dose of chemo. So he will be getting a port and they're going to be doing chemo. They also are hoping that they send away the tumor for genetic testing so that he can, I think it's called I don't know. It'll be like a genetic type pill that he takes that attacks the genetics of the tumor. Yeah, it's some weird science, but good. And also they say they do have to go back in and get more of the tumor out just because not just because, but it is close to the brainstem and they don't want it to grow that towards the brainstem. And when I say close, it's a ½ centimeter away from his brainstem. So
that's close.
Yeah, so that wasn't the news that I wanted to hear. I was hoping they wouldn't have to do another surgery, but enough said. So we will just walk this out with our family and with you. Thank you so much for praying and all your love, and thank you, Audrey. She bought us 10 coffees, so for when we take the grandkids bowling. Like, I don't even understand how incredibly sweet everybody is.
Like this many.
Yeah, that's like all the mugs we have here. It's a lot of coffee, so thank you. Everybody, thank you. All right, have a good rest of your week. Not sure when I'll get this posted. I've been working on doing a vlog, a day in a life in a pottery studio.
The vlog.
But yeah, it requires so much editing. Oh my goodness! But
that's because there's so much.
Yeah, there's so much stuff. So I probably will do this kiln opening before that gets finished, but we'll see. All right, have a good good rest of your day, week.
See you later.